Oh yeah.
What's up, y'all? Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna be doing this thing that I've been meaning to kind of do it. Again, it's kind of like a mystery behind it. And I don't know if it's a real thing. People say it does help. People say it does nothing. There's a super 50-50 in between, but the people that actually do put this thing on are the people that stand by it. Like, they super stand by it. They believe in it. It's like the best thing they ever did to their car. So I was like, fuck it. Let me go ahead and get it and see if it does anything for me. Now, what I'm talking about is this bad boy right here. It's from Stillen. It's the grounding kit. I may have said that I wanted to do something like this in a past video. So again, I said screw it. It was like 98 bucks. It ain't like it's really hurting the pockets. And what's the chances of it actually doing something for me? Now, what they do say is that it helps with shifting if you have like an automatic or whatever. It helps with your audio in the car. The audio just sounds more cleaner, more crisper. So anything electrical is just a better situation if you were to connect this grounding kit. I bought it, here's the thing, I bought it from Z1. Matter of fact, it came in the package that I bought all the, the order that I bought it from that had the valve covers and everything. I was wondering, I was like, I'm missing something. And it was the actual grounding kit. And I get a message from Z1 saying that they're gonna be sending, Stillen is gonna be sending it directly from their warehouse or manufacturer or whatever to my door. So I had to wait like another week or so, 2 weeks almost, for it to come. But anyway, let's go ahead and start putting it together. I heard the instructions are trash. I've already kind of like pre-watched some YouTube videos of people that already put it on their G35s. So yeah, let's try to go through and see if I can maybe see if I can read the instructions a little better than they did. If not, I may have to completely go to YouTube and just go from what they got there. I would like to do it from the instructions. But again, unanimously, like even the people that swear by this say that the instructions are trash as hell. Like, so I'm gonna try to do my best to try to figure it out and go from there. So let's go. All right, so what you basically get in the kit, you get the cabling. A lot of people, when they get these or when they want to do something like a grounding kit, a lot of people say it's a little cheaper, which, I mean, 98 bucks, you can't, come on now, it's not like it's killing the pockets per se. But if you could find it cheaper than that, a lot of people say it's like marine shielding and the cables and everything is you can find all this stuff like at your local Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. But I said screw it, it's already done. When you do get like the cables from like Home Depot and stuff, you got to put this all together yourself. It's already done for you. But yeah, they give you the hardware that you need. They give you the extended bolts, because I believe we're gonna need extended bolts for the front where some of these are gonna be connected to. And that's it. They don't give you anything else. They give you some tie straps because the cables, obviously, they're kind of weird shaped. But they give you some tie straps, that way cables ain't all going all over the place. And this is one thing I didn't know they had, was the hardware for, I believe it's this part over here. And excuse me if the fan is on, so excuse me if you hear like fan noises. But from what I saw in one of the videos, actually all three, cable connectors are gonna connect right here, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna connect right here. And this screw, being that it's a longer screw, is gonna be able to help facilitate all these little end connectors that's gonna be connected to there. And you need a longer screw, okay? So, or nut or bolt to go here. So this is gonna come off and then you're gonna put a new one on. So that is one thing I didn't know that it had, because people were complaining about that being a thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and start getting it started. That's what comes in the Stillen Grounding Kit, guys. Let's go. All right, y'all. So for the first one, you're gonna be using harness number 1. Harness number 1 is gonna be, and this is part of the reason why these instructions are trash. Everybody say it's trash because it's like they printed them with like the lowest amount of ink they had in their printer, and everybody's everybody's printouts look like this, which is kind of weird that they would do it that way. So yeah, the first harness is going to be this harness. It's going to be the kind of like the U shape or V shape. All right. So the way this one is, you're going to put this, and you have to remove your intake. There's no other way you can do it. You can't get to any of these parts with the intake on. Now, in hindsight, I wish I would have gotten this grounding kit about 2 weeks earlier before I put the new valve covers and shit, because one of the bolts you have to get is back here, and I'll show it to you right now. But you have to come here to the factory grounding. I got a separate flashlight I can show you guys. It's right there. Let me see if I can. Okay, you see that black bolt right there? That black bolt right there, as you can see it. Let's see if I can get my finger in here. Right there, that black bolt. You disconnect that. You connect this one here. So look at the way the V shape is. This longer one is gonna connect right here. And again, like I told you, they gave me new hardware. So when you unscrew this, you have to use the longer hardware on this, because this is gonna be basically the mounting point for all of the grounding wires. So for right now, this connects into that screw I showed you. And right back here, God, if I could, I'm gonna have to zoom in. Give me a second. Let me try to see if I can zoom in for you guys. All right, so let me see where the damn thing is. Okay, perfect. So right there, you see that plate? It has those two little look like screws could go on the opposite end, like right there. Those little two little plates. Well, the one that's in the foreground, not the one behind it, the one in the front, that one right here is where you're gonna connect this other one, the bigger connector, the bigger grounding plate. So it's gonna go from here, connect the bigger grounding plate to that back there that I showed you guys. And then the front here is gonna connect to this front one right here. All right, y'all, so I finally got this side in. It was a little bit of a problem because like they all pretty much say G35 driver and just other YouTube videos, this back one back here is a bit of a headache. And what they don't tell you in the instructions is what I had to do. Remember I told you guys this is the one that have to go back there? Well, the bolt, the big bolt that they say to use for that back area, it didn't fit inside of here. So I had to like get my drill and drill open a bigger hole on this connector, that's the one for back there, just so the actual the nut or whatever bolt the nut can actually go through the hole, and it fits. So thank God for these long ass hands, well fingers, cause for you short hand people, short finger people, y'all stuck, y'all shit out of luck. I'm telling you right now. But I did connect it there, and I also because the instructions definitely tell you the exhaust manifold is right there. That little that silverish piece right here that I'm pointing at. They tell you to move the cable from there, so I moved it. Another thing, you gotta literally maneuver the cable in and throughout the inside of the of your engine, because it won't fit if you was to put it around and go through here. It's gonna come up short. You can see how I did it. I had to put it across, put it inside the area where you put the oil and stuff at, and under this plate and through here, just to get it right here, literally just to get it to the edge. I can't tug it any more than what it is. So if you do decide to get this grounding kit and you see like, yo, this shit's coming up short, figure out a way to get it from your engine from here, and you gotta get it through. Don't try to bring it around, don't try to bring it over. It's not gonna work. It's not long enough. So definitely try to get it through it up and under, and you'll get it to exactly where you need this to go. And it has to connect right here. But I'm not gonna connect it yet because I still have the other ones to do. So let's go with number 2 and 3. Let's do it. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and did basically the last 2 harnesses, but I'll show you guys how I did it. Okay, so the second harness that you see right here that you can barely see, this one here, so this long one connects into the battery. As you can see, I connected it into the battery. Now they tell you to kind of go along this harness that's on the left side of the fender, but it's still so much slack that I was able to drill a bit of a hole just to keep everything nice and clean, because I still want to put my cover on over this. I didn't want to like put the cable on top of this and then the cable is coming through, and I just wanted to make it clean. So I drilled a hole, a nice good size hole, to be able to take the harness through there, have it come through here. This connector, so this one here connects to the battery. This one here connects right down there. That's another negative terminal on the G35 that you have to connect it to. It's not really hard to get to. If you got a good enough, a long socket wrench or a long socket attachment, take off your coolant reservoir. It's real easy. Take off the one bolt, put it to the side. You can slip this right inside here, take it off real easy. Super, super easy. Once that's in there, the second, because it goes in a zigzag, the third goes right here. Okay, I haven't screwed it all the way in yet, but just kind of give you guys some reference. The third goes right on top here. It goes into your plenum. There was a little bit of a discrepancy about which one, whether it's the right one or the left one. This one seems to be the better way to go. Whatever, just put it, long as it's attached to one part of the plenum, you're all good. So I got it there. I'm gonna screw it in tighter so that can be all nice and snug. And that's there. Then the last part, you know, gets put over here. Now, for the third one is even more simpler. You see, it's just one straight cable, right? So it goes from here in the front all the way to the back. In the back of our G35s, we have that one little area that just completely, it doesn't have anything on it. It's just, it looks like something could go there, but nothing's attached to it. You take one of the screws that they gave you was a black one. That black small one goes right inside here. Put it there, and that's it. From there, you take the other provided screw that they gave you, because they gave you 4 screws. The black one, the big chunky one that goes back here that I had to make a bigger hole on one of the wirings, this one here, and that one there. So it's just 4. You know what I'm saying? So once you have all of them, this is your hub for where everything is gonna be connected to. So all 3 cables are gonna come to the source right here. Once you screw this in, that's it. I mean, you're set and ready to go, y'all. Now, yes, I know it looks like a jumbled up amount of wires and shit just all over the place, but I am gonna use the tie wraps, and I do have some extra tie wraps over there to kind of clean up the rest. I think they only gave you like 4 or 5 maybe. So I'm gonna kind of clean up, the wiring on this just so it can look a little more together. So let me do that, and I'll come back and show you guys. All right, y'all. So there it is. Kind of tied up some loose ends with it. I'm just hoping that this actually, does what it says it does. I mean, at the very least, if it just gives me, a smoother idle, and possibly, better sounding stereo, I think it's worth the money. If it does. What I am gonna do though, real quick though, is do a little bit of a turn on the car. Let me put the intake back together, and I'll do a little, engine turn on, cold start for you guys, because I haven't turned the car on in a couple days. So, but tied it up. Still kind of looks like a bunch of wires, but still, it is what it is. So yeah, let me go ahead and do the turn on of the engine. Let me open up the garage a little bit, let the garage ventilate, and then see where it goes. See if the idle is does what it says it does. Let's go. there you have it, guys. Again, I just turned the car on. It's nothing to woo or wow about. I think the true test of what this grounding kit is gonna do for my car is probably gonna be in the weeks to come. I'll pay close attention to, you know, a lot of the electrical. I'm gonna pay close attention to the sound, the radio and the shifts and all that electrical shit. I'm gonna just pay a little more closer attention to that and see if the grounding kit is actually worth it. Again, it ain't like it's $200 something. It's $100. Hopefully it does something for your car. What I'll probably end up doing though is in a week's time, when I don't want to say a week because I don't want to promise you guys, let me put all this shit that I got to put to this car. Like, I still got to put that damn hood, not this black hood, that's the old one, the new hood. I still got to put the oil cooler and a couple other small things. Let me put those on first, and let me get the car on the road, and then I can give you guys a future video on you know, how the car is, you know, working with the grounding kit. And, you know, I'll pay a little close attention to the radio and shifts and all that good shit and see if that grounding kit is actually worth the $100 or not. So I'll let you guys know. But with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys took something from it. I hope I explained it the best way I can, so that you guys ain't fumbling with the instructions that Stillen sends. Stillen, no shade to y'all, man, but y'all need some ink for y'all printers, because apparently everybody, I don't know, y'all printed one copy and like Xerox that shit and that's it. Like, that's probably what it did. They probably just printed one copy. They was like, it works, and just went to a Xerox place, and in the Xerox, all they doing is just printing what you give them. That's not gonna work when we trying to figure out electrical shit. But whatever. Thank God for people on YouTube and forums like G35 Driver that give, you know, people the opportunity to look and find out the proper way how to do things. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are the real heroes. Make my job a lot easier. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something from the video. As I always say, man, stay humble, stay grateful, stay blessed. Probably the most important thing you can do is stay driven. Before I even close that out, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and absolutely, if you ain't subscribed yet, you wasting your time at this point. Subscribe, man. Hit that damn red button down there. If you haven't hit that red button and made it turn gray or whatever the fuck it turns into, hit the red button down there, man. You'll see some more content. I got some crazier shit that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be probably linking up with some people to do some cool video shit. So that's gonna be kind of different, being up here in Central Florida. So that's gonna be kind of cool. But yeah, as always, guys, stay tuned, stay driven. One.